The Cristal Caverns, a KHSS. I think they mean like a Kingdom Hearts fanfic or something. I don't know. I quickly glanced through this fanfic, and I can tell you guys already it's gonna be a frickin' doozy. Okay. I'm the FanFic Critic. I read it. You listen. I already stated that today's fanfic is a Kingdom's Heart fanfic. It's on DeviantArt. Fun. And the author is KManmeister325. I don't know the rating. This is on DeviantArt. All I can tell you is that it has 18 comments, 4 favorites, and as of this moment for me it has 72 views. Of course, that might change by the time this episode airs on YouTube. But we'll see. Just excuse me if I'm inaccurate by that time. Let's not waste any time, and let's get this fanfic over with and see if it's really as bad as I think it's going to be. Well, this is my fanfic of Kingdom Hearts if done on guyonline.com, and I hope it's good on here. This story takes place after Kingdom Hearts 2 and in between Kingdom Hearts Coded. Well, the grammar in those first 2 sentences was fantastic. That's sarcasm, by the way, so something tells me the rest of the story is just going to be as great. Chapter 1. Oh, multi-chaptered. I think I'll just read this first chapter if they don't have any links provided. That's the thing about DeviantArt. A lot of the people, when they post fanfics on here, and if it's multi-chapter, they don't bother leaving links to the other chapters. That's how the whole secret romance fiasco started, and I had to do 2 episodes on instead of just 1. Let's just read. Cost is clear, come on, said a boy with a reddish-black spiky hair. Don't you mean coast is clear? Really? Really? Wow. You suck at grammar and spelling. And I can say that just by reading the first sentence of your story. Wow. You must be proud of yourself. Dearest me, is that a soul crying for its lost loved one or a present of an unfriendly friend, as the young girl said in sadness, making the boy feel sorry for her. Oh my god, and the second sentence is even worse than the first sentence. Oh, they spelled fiend wrong. There's no punctuation after fiend. There's no spacing between the quotation and the word fiend and as. Let's continue. Hi, that's me in the one-sleeve blue haughty, don't you mean hoodie? My name is Alex, the Keyblade Master of the Fenrir, and that girl right there, isn't it supposed to be T-H-E-R-E, not T-H-I-R? T-H-I-R is possessive! There with those blonde eyes is a humanoid, heartless, it should say her, but it says here. Her name is Susanna. Are you sure it's a name? Because you don't have the first letter of that name capitalized. You're wondering where we are. I just love it when they start sentences in the middle of other sentences. Wait, you not? Screw you then, we're at the old ruins of Radiant Garden as a young boy monologue to the readers. Is his name supposed to be monologue, or is it supposed to say monologuing to the readers? Oh, I don't know. Let's continue. As they walk down the old castle ruins, Alex stops. Why does stops have an apostrophe S? Maybe this person's not native to the English language. Maybe that's it. I'm gonna hope they are. Maybe we'll check out their profile later and find out. Let's continue. What? Okay guys, take a look at this please and tell me what you think of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah? You think that doesn't make any sense either? Uh-huh. Oh, yes, I do quite agree. In fact, my opinion is, what the hell was this author thinking when they wrote that? Where does the letter L come from? That doesn't even make any sense. I can kind of see that the quotation is supposed to be starting the next sentence, but the letter L just doesn't make any sense. And hasn't this person ever heard that dialogue is supposed to be in its own separate paragraph and not in the middle of another paragraph? Oh my god. Wow. Let's continue. Oh, and by the way, they spelled okay wrong. It's not a deal that they spelled it O and K. They actually attempted to spell it right, but they have the wrong vowel. Instead of an A, they have an E. Let's continue. Okay. Here, almost there, Susanna, whatever. But let's take a break, he said, as feel to the ground right in front of Susanna as she sat next to him. Pray tell, what kind of people is there waiting for me? She questioned him, but his answers are a bit depressing. They did it again. I don't know, people might be afraid of you, as he stopped for a little bit. He saw her in tears. Alex smiled and said, but me and my friends, well, except you in two, are, okay, they used the wrong our, it's supposed to be our, not our, group, and all of my other friends will be nice. Don't you mean will be nice? Oh, and instead of saying me and my friends, it should say my friends and I. That's the proper way to say it. As she looked up to him, he said, and no worries, I'll make sure they get along. As he finished, then winks with an apostrophe S. Come on, really? At her, she started to cry happily, if that's possible. Okay, the one time you were supposed to use an apostrophe, you don't use it. And again, do not have stupid parentheses in the middle of your story. Alex, dot. I think the... You think the what? You think him, you mean? Or I think the? Are you trying to be Shakespearean here? Well, if you're going to say the, have the proper word the, and they're not the. As she kissed him. Shocked and surprised. Why is the S in surprised capitalized? It shouldn't be. That a heartless humanoid with no feelings. Okay, first of all, you spelled feelings wrong. It needs an E in there. And secondly, get rid of the apostrophe S in that word. No emotion had kissed him. Okay, if it doesn't have emotion, then why the hell is it crying? But it's like she is human. Duh, no shit, Sherlock. Maybe she is supposed to be human. I'll repay that to you. She was confused of what he said. What did thou said? Okay, I guess she is supposed to be speaking like a Shakespearean character. I guess it's like Forbidden Fruit, the Temptation of Edward Cullen. I'm not familiar with Kingdom Hearts, so I'm not sure if she is supposed to be speaking like this or not. But I had a feeling that Edward was not supposed to be speaking like that in Forbidden Fruit, and I turned out to be right. I'll repay that over and over again. As he said it with a grin, she giggles at him. Thou isn't romantic, is it? Yo! Alex says Zinna! Said, annoying, don't you mean an? Annoying boy with brightish brown hair. Well, it's better than blondie brown. Hey, Haburo. He throws Keyblade at head and it lands on there as a little bit of blood run down his head. You big ass, where the hell were you? Don't you mean were you, bubblehead? He shouted at him. Sorry, bro, we got sidetracked. He explained with a sweat face. A hiss sound that had heard by Shizuna. A fend from the shadows. I guess they're supposed to be saying friend, but apparently they are not aware of the letters R and I. As the small Heartless lunged for her as Alex swung his keyblade and sliced the Heartless arms off, but another lunged towards her again, but Alex stepped, again, apostrophe S, get rid of them, in front of it and Enough with the apostrophe S's in the stupid sentences! You do not need apostrophe S's at the end of these words! When you have an apostrophe S, it's supposed to either be possessive or it's supposed to be an abbreviation for is. And I highly doubt the word is supposed to be following those words. Because if it was, this is what it would sound like. Towards her again, but Alex step is in front of it and takes is the blow. So get rid of the apostrophe S, you idiot! Alex! Was all she screams as he fall to the ground as Haburo grabbed his communicator. They spelled that word completely wrong. Lola, we need you here to heal Alex now. Incoming, bro. Just hang on, Lola said on the other line as the Gumi ship airbender as landed down. Everyone, okay, everyone does not need a hyphen in it. Wow. You are an idiot. Ha 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 ha. Go back to grammar school, please. Thank you. Get on board, she scrammed at them. Don't you mean screamed? Shazina come running in, and as Haburo dragged Alex, the door closed as a Heartless was about to lunge at Shazina, but they started to lift off. Alex here, if you were wondering whose those two are, the guy is Haburo, and the girl beside him is his sister Lola. Alex monologued again to the readers. Susanna crying on the floor as Alex was injured and bleeding and losing a lot of blood. Okay, a lot should be 2 words, not 1. Send him to the medical room, K-Bot, Lola said, and points, again with a stupid apostrophe S, at the android. Yes, ma'am, as you command, said the android as he picked up Alex, who was in the state he was in. As 2 hours passed by with all of the medical works that Lola and K-Bot was doing, it was useless. The Heartless infected him, making his body weekend, so his body became Saturday and Sunday. Don't you mean weekend with an A, not 2 E's, you... And brittle, it's no use, bro, she shouted to him. Yes, he said, hanging by the door, it's no use. We need to see him, she said, and he noted. He got back into the cockpit and starts piloting, then head to another world to get some potions and other medical needs. There we're heading to Mountain City. Well, that appears to be the end of the first chapter. Oh, are you guys wondering if I'm going to try to bother to read the other chapters of the story? Ha ha ha, here's my answer, no. I think I've read enough of it to make my verdict. This fanfic is not very good. Storyline, it's all over the place. I mean, it's confusing because of how the author jumps all over the place. And another reason it's confusing is because of the horrid grammar. I mean, it's bad enough when you're having the storyline jump all over the place, but when your grammar is awful and it makes it hard for the reader to follow what's going on, it just kind of makes it worse. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this fanfic was not exactly great. And I apologize for being harsh, but, you know, a lot of the spelling mistakes in here and the grammar mistakes in here was just kind of laughable. And I'm really hoping that this person is either A, a little kid, or B, is not foreign or is not familiar with the English language. But knowing my luck with some of the authors I come across, it's probably a deal where they are indeed someone who's familiar with the English language and indeed an adult. So, yeah. Well, I'm the fanfic critic. I read it, you listen, and damn it is freaking cold in this room. I need to turn on the heat.